Why do people cross their fingers, knock on wood, or fear broken mirrors? These simple habits passed down through generations are rooted in superstition. But what if these beliefs are more than just old wives' tales? In today's video, we will explore why superstitions are not just irrational relics of the past, but essential to human experience, offering protection, guidance, and unseen forces that shape our lives. Superstition is more than a collection of irrational fears. It is a gateway to understanding forces beyond our perception. While some may dismiss it as outdated, its roots run deep in both history and human psychology, shaping our decisions and behaviors in ways we often overlook. While science might dismiss these beliefs, history and culture have proven time and again that superstition serves a greater purpose. From shielding us against misfortune to connecting us with the unknown, superstition is a vital thread woven into the fabric of human existence. Throughout history, superstitions have offered humanity a set of guiding principles, warning signs, and even safeguards against misfortune. What some call coincidence, others call fate, perhaps even destiny. Many superstitions have origins in practical wisdom, protecting people from dangers before science could explain them. Humans have an innate ability to recognize patterns, and many superstitions are built upon this instinct. Consider the belief that walking under a ladder brings bad luck. While some may laugh at this as an unfounded fear, in reality, walking under an unstable ladder could lead to injury. Similarly, ancient sailors avoided whistling at sea, fearing it would summon storms. This being a superstition that, in practice, kept the crew from distractions and potential accidents. Even the widely feared number 13 has historical roots in caution. Some suggest it stems from the Last Supper, where Jesus and his 12 disciples dined together, with the 13th figure, Judas, ultimately betraying him. Others point to Norse mythology, where Loki, the 13th guest at a divine feast, caused chaos and destruction. Whether symbolic or coincidental, these patterns endure because they serve as reminders of historical and cultural warnings. Superstitions, therefore, are not always irrational. They are ancestral wisdom, encoded into our customs and traditions, urging caution where danger may lie. Many people swear by their lucky charms, their pre-game rituals, or their avoidance of certain actions on particular days. These practices are not merely about luck. They instill confidence, calm anxiety, and create a sense of control over the unknown. Whether it's knocking on wood to ward off bad luck or carrying a talisman for protection, these small acts become shields against unseen forces. Science has shown that rituals reduce stress, enhance focus, and even improve performance. From soldiers on the battlefield to actors on stage, superstitions provide a mental anchor, reinforcing the mind's belief in positive outcomes. And what is belief if not a force that shapes reality? Before we continue exploring how superstitions shape our world, let's talk about protection and luck. If you'd like to keep fortune on your side, perhaps a well-placed lucky charm or a talisman could do the trick. You'll find some mystical and protective items in the links below. And while you're at it, why not subscribe? After all, watching this video without subscribing might just be unlucky. But are these beliefs purely mystical, or is there a scientific explanation behind them? While superstitions often feel rooted in folklore, they also have strong ties to human cognition and psychology. Cognitive biases, such as pattern recognition and agency detection, make humans see connections where none exist. These are evolutionary traits that once helped us survive. Our dopamine system rewards these patterns, reinforcing rituals and behaviors that seem to bring positive outcomes. The basal ganglia, a brain region associated with habit formation, plays a major role in reinforcing these superstitious behaviors. When uncertainty strikes, the brain leans into superstition as a coping mechanism, which gives us a sense of control over chaotic situations. From a cultural perspective, superstitions bind societies together, offering collective rituals that provide psychological reassurance. Whether it's avoiding certain numbers or performing ceremonies before important events, these shared beliefs shape human behavior across generations. Some superstitions hint at something more, like a link to forces beyond our understanding. Are these beliefs simply psychological, or do they hold truths beyond what science can measure? Many who have defied superstition have found themselves victims of unexplainable misfortunes. Could there be a reason why breaking a mirror is said to bring 7 years of bad luck? Why do entire buildings skip the 13th floor? And why do some refuse to speak of certain omens aloud? Take the common fear of black cats crossing one's path. In ancient Egypt, cats were revered as sacred, yet during the Middle Ages, black cats became associated with witches and dark magic. To this day, black cats remain symbols of both fortune and misfortune, depending on the culture. Could this be a mere superstition, or is there something inexplicable at play? Stories abound of those who ignored superstitions, only to be met with eerie coincidences. Perhaps in some way, superstitions act as a warning from forces unseen, guardians of an ancient knowledge that modern minds have forgotten. Superstitions are not just personal, they unite people. Across cultures, belief in omens, luck, and mystical energies bind societies together. Whether through protective charms, ceremonies, or taboos, these traditions pass down the wisdom of generations, reinforcing the idea that some forces are better left undisturbed. In many cultures, ancestors are honored to ensure good fortune. Rituals of protection are performed before important events. Even skeptics may hesitate before tempting fate, because deep down the weight of history reminds us that these beliefs exist for a reason. Consider the widespread belief in lucky numbers. In China, the number 8 is associated with prosperity, while the number 4 is avoided due to its phonetic similarity to the word death. Similarly, in Italian culture, 17 is feared, as rearranging its Roman numeral 17 spells vixi, meaning I have lived, a phrase often found on tombstones. These cultural superstitions shape entire societies, influencing decisions from business transactions to architectural designs. One of the most compelling reasons to hold on to superstitions is their psychological benefits. Life is full of uncertainty, and humans are wired to seek control in unpredictable circumstances. Superstitions offer a sense of order, making the chaotic feel manageable. Studies have shown that individuals who engage in superstitious behavior report feeling more confident and in control. Athletes who wear their lucky socks or perform specific pre-game rituals often exhibit improved performance, not because of the superstition itself, but because of the mental assurance it provides. The placebo effect of belief is powerful. Sometimes believing in good fortune is enough to manifest it. Despite advancements in science, superstition still holds power, not only as a psychological crutch, but also as a cultural force that continues to shape human behavior. This dual nature of superstition, blending the mystical with the scientific, ensures its endurance through generations. It teaches us humility in the face of the unknown, connects us to traditions, and protects us in ways we may not fully understand. Perhaps it is not irrational to believe, but rather arrogant to dismiss what countless generations before us have feared and revered. So, the next time you cross your fingers or knock on wood, remember, superstition is not just myth. It is an ancient truth, whispering to those willing to listen. Whether for protection, reassurance, or the thrill of the unknown, embracing superstition keeps us connected to something larger than ourselves, the great mystery of the universe itself.